For the new show, I'm bringing you entertainment, guests, and advice on health and beauty. We all need inspiration now. We will look at how to live your life and love your life.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Halimah Show. Thank you so much for joining us once again. I hope you've all had a great week. We've had a lot of sun and a little bit of rain, but that's fine. That's exactly how we like it. So today, yet again, we have another amazing guest. None other than the latest Apprentice winner, 2019, Carina Lepore. Hi, Carina.
Hi,
how are you?
Thanks for having me
today.
No,
thank you so much for being with us today. Really, really appreciate it. I know you're a busy woman, as we all are, I suppose, but you've done really well. You're really busy. So tell us what's going on in life, what's happening, how are you?
Good. So I'm good, yeah. Currently managing the dough bake houses. So I have a business, Dough Artisan Bakehouse. We've got 2 shops now, both South London based. As some of you may remember from me being on the show, I was very heavily sort of South London girl and the shop.
We all are.
And I think, Lord Sugar really took to that. So I've kept to my business plan, as in grow the business where I know best first.
Yeah.
So we've got the shop in Herne Hill, which is near Brixton, and then Beckenham now as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you where they are.
Yeah, and the plans are to hopefully maybe get a couple more at the end of the year.
I'll ask you about your plans at the end. That's fine. Tell us a little bit of what you were doing before you started The Apprentice.
Okay, so immediately before The Apprentice, I had the bakery. So 2018, we established it, founded it then. I then went on the show in 2019. So so I was doing it only for a year before. So hospitality has never been my sort of trade. Before that, I was in retail and heavily sort of commercial, in the sense of like I've worked for retail high street, sort of big players, and worked up my way within management. So with regards to sort of
you've had training
is new to me.
Yeah, not food but customer service, customer relations. So that's really important.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a big
customer relations person. And you can see it from your Instagram, by the way. You can see that you're really personable. I think that's really important for businesses, because I don't follow everyone. Just but yours is really interesting. I really like watching it. And when everyone sees your Instagram, they'll see it as well. So you already had the bakery, and then who or what pushed you into entering The Apprentice?
Well, it's been quite a funny story, and again, some may know it, some may not. But I was, it was just one night. I mean, I'm not a big. I might watch a few Netflix series, but I'm not a telly. I don't watch anything really on the BBC. I turn off the EastEnders and stuff like that. So anyway, it was just one night. It was on the BBC, and it came up, sort of flashed up, last chance to apply for The Apprentice, and I thought, oh, why not? So I did it on my phone, really sort of casually, not much thought, just did it, tap, tap, tap. And then I screenshotted it into my family group chat on WhatsApp and said, oh, you could have Lord Sugar's new business partner on your hands. None of us thought that then you just start going through the process of the sort of applications and the interview stages, and I thought, oh, this could really happen.
So how did your family react to it? Were they very supportive?
Yeah, over the moon. Like, it was like the biggest thing to happen in our family ever.
Did they say go for it?
Yeah. Fully supportive. My mum has wrote me numerous birthday cards. It's like she still can't believe how brave, a decision it was.
It's quite full on.
Yeah, bold and brave. She's
bold,
I don't know how,
bold and
how
beautiful.
You do it.
Yeah. So then you applied, and then you got a space, so
so it's quite a vigorous application process, actually. It's a bit like the show, really. Like, you don't just sort of go and then, oh, we like you. It was so tough. It was like from the start, you walk in and there's thousands of people with briefcases and suits, and I just turned up like Carina Lepore, like, oh, okay, no notes, just me. And then you slowly start going through, it's in a big tower place up London, and then you slowly start moving up the building. If you move up, you work out, oh I'm doing good, because people will getting sent home. So that happens for the first day, then there's a second day, then there's a third day, and it's like you have to start doing fake tasks and stuff. They want to see how you are with people. In that sort of team player thing.
Wow, even before you.
Yeah, I had to write a manifesto. I didn't know what one was. I was like, what's a manifesto? Okay. So it's challenging from the start, but I suppose they want to see who's going to crack and who can.
While you were in that, it's quite intriguing for me. While you were in that position, were there any other businesses there that maybe you spoke to that you thought, oh, they could be a potential winner, not only just to come on the show, but actually to win the show, but maybe they didn't even make it on the show? Was there anyone, don't mention names, but was there any other business ideas there?
There was 3 people that I met in the application, because you will make friends, you sort of bond with people. One of the ladies I even went for coffee with, and they were the ones that I thought, oh, they might make it either instead of me or as well as me, at the very beginning stages. And then they didn't. But some others that did make it, I met them along the way, and I knew instantly they were going to be there.
Did you know instantly you were going to be there?
As I was on that first day, I sort of felt, once you get over the initial scare of, wow, this is a lot of people, I started to find myself. I think it was the confidence I grew going through the stages. I was like, okay, I'm just being myself and I'm doing okay. So there's something that they like. So I kept that in my mind and sort of rolled with it.
That's really good that you had that drive already.
Start,
And then once you entered, you just settled through. How did it go?
Oh, it's crazy. So you get the call, like, we want you in the house and the final 16. And I was like, and you're not meant to tell anyone. It's so stressful. Okay. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so exciting. So then you sort of pack a bag and go. You have no phone. You have nothing. Like, you're just this person that they sort of, you're in the house now, that's it. It's a bit like that, them other shows where you just get packed off and the survival of the fittest. So that's it. The game phase has to come on and you have to really get in your zone, because they were big competitive people as well.
Big players.
And then there for one thing.
Yeah, but so when you were in the house, did you think, right, I'm going to keep my personal things aside, I'm not here to make friends, I'm just going to focus and go for it? Or do you always have a little bit of heart involved?
I've got a big heart. I don't know if it's my Italian sort of big family thing. And, I'm like we touched on before, I love people. I love to talk to people. I love to get to know people. So in the back of my mind, I was very much, right, okay, let's not get too close, because these are people I'm going to go up against. But on the flip side, I was open, I was honest. People came to me when they were having hard times. It was challenging.
The mum of the group.
Yeah, it was challenging. I made a couple of besties in room shares and stuff. So just to make everyone's experience better, I felt it best to be myself and not play a role, because I can't keep that up.
Right, so we're going to just go to a short video about skincare, which you'll find very interesting.
Yeah.
And then when we come back, we'll go on to how you won the end game. Yay!
Hi, this is Sarah. Today I'm going to talk to you about cleansing. So, cleansing has got so many different methods. So you could be cleansing with your hands, you could be cleansing with a Foreo or any other sort of like handheld device. But tell you what has changed. My skin, or my client's skin, is a hot cloth. So use your cleanser as you would, but instead of using your hands or any other brush or anything like that, try getting a hot cloth. I love this one because it's actually a little mitt, so you can just get that online. And what you would do is use this, run it under the water. It should be warm, not hot. And then instead of using your hands, you're going to wipe away your makeup with this face cloth mitt. Honestly, you are going to see your skin change, and you're going to have this everywhere you go. It just is such a great exfoliation tool, and it's reusable and costs a liquid.
So Carina, I wanted to know at what point, before you got, say, to the final 3 stage, at what point did you think, you know what, I can win this? And that's a really important question.
So from day one, I was hungry to win. I was there for one reason. And I don't know if that sort of helped me, like I was sort of touching on the confidence building and the drive. I don't know if that helped, that believe in myself. And I'm a big believer in sort of visioning what you want out of life.
Manifestation.
I've got my vision boards. Me and my sister got believe. So I just kept looking, come on, you can do this. And I think the director of the show at one point, sort of, because you get really close to the team, there's 60 of the behind the scenes team, and he just said to me, Claude said it to me in my final task, so it resonates, and he just said, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Don't change.
Don't force it.
When you get that advice, I just thought, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And that you find yourself, and that was me, and I was doing myself, and felt like in each boardroom, okay, I'm growing. At first, I didn't even know if Lord Sugar knew my name. You know, I was like, oh, do you know me? I'm the bakery girl. That's what he knew me as. But then you start to find yourself, and I was winning when I PM'd 3 times and won all 3, and I think I ended up winning 9 out of the 10.
Wow.
And I was just like, right, okay.
I think when we were watching you, when we were watching you, and that's one of the things that I said to you earlier, that my daughters, my nephews, everyone said, well, actually, we enjoyed watching Carina because she was actually very real and genuine. You could see she wasn't faking any part of it. You could see she was just being herself. So that definitely showed.
Love to hear.
And came across on camera. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then you got to the final 3, right?
Final 3 with 2 fantastic. They were both fantastic, the girls, and we all got on really well. There was no sort of any bad feeling between it, all 3 of us. So that boardroom.
Who was the other 2?
Pamela. Beauty, Skin. Moxie's her brand, and Scarlett was also women in business. Recruitment.
Yes.
Both strong, and I knew from the start it was going to be them. I knew it would be them, actually. There wasn't anyone else I thought.
Go for the women, though.
So, we was all big supporters of each other. So, in the end, we was like, right, okay, let the best woman sort of win.
Yeah.
And, it was a tough boardroom, that one. I think we was in there for 5 hours going back and forth. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It was a really long day.
And then that final moment when he said you're hired.
I know.
Tell me about that moment.
Like shivers that it happened, because that final day, you've gone through this whole experience, you know, everyone sort of, they come back to support you. That final pitch was terrifying for me. I was at the top of them stairs, and I've watched the show for every series, and I just used to say to myself, to my mum, how do they walk down them stairs? How do they do it?
Are you wearing heels?
Yes. You have to wear heels. It's just so. I was like, it was the longest walk ever, and then you're just sweating and so nervous. I thought I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
I think they even showed it in the final where I sort of mucked up on my words, but then I found myself, and it came quite naturally because I love to talk about my business.
Yeah.
I love to talk about how I'm going to deal with my customers and give them sort of great products with a friendly face and all that stuff. I was just jabbering about, and they liked it, so I was really happy.
So amazing.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That was it. You became the winner.
Became the winner. Lord Sugar's number's in the phone. Wow.
Yeah. Did he give his number immediately?
Yeah.
And so how does that feel to have, again, a few more questions, Lord Sugar as your supporter, and how has he helped you, aside from obviously the money side of things, financial side of things? How has he given you support? And especially we've had, a few pandemics going on. So how has he been supportive in that way? How's your family been supportive? And what's your future plans?
So touching on the Lord Sugar side of things, so I won the show, fantastic. Then 3 months later, we hit the worldwide pandemic. Oh, not great. So we had all these big plans, I wanted to open shops everywhere. And then it just put everything on hold, and which is fine. So it's been a bit of a different journey, I think, for both of us, in the sense that we've slowed down, because he's a big businessman, he's always on the go. I'm always on the go. But he was good in the sense that he would... if you think back, I think it was April, March, wasn't it? The pandemic hit, no one knew what it was. And he rang me and just said, how's your dad? Because he was more worried are you going to continue to trade? Is the baker? Is things going to get tough? But I put all these plans in place. I made sure that none of my team were getting public transport. I'd Uber everyone in. And, you worked everything to make sure my team were comfortable being there. But we started shipping bread out to the vulnerables in the area that was shielding. It became sort of a
community spirit.
I love all that. So we made good out of a really bad situation, and Lord Sugar was supportive of any of my decisions. And I think it's been great, as good as sort of I need as a business partner.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what you need. A bit of support. Well done. That's what he kept saying, like you're doing really well considering what we're going through. So to hear that just made me think, right, okay.
Does he come and give surprise visits ever?
No. It can't be a surprise. I mean, my team I do. He's come down and he cut the ribbon at Beckenham, our second shop.
Amazing.
So that was exciting.
I do follow, I don't follow many people on Twitter, but I do follow Lord Sugar on Twitter. I do follow it. I do laugh. And then what's your future plans? I know, again, hopefully this will all be over the pandemic. I mean, I've been looking at your Instagram, really beautiful interior. But how are you planning on opening any more? What's your plans? What's your bestseller as well at the shop?
Yeah, so the bread is still the best seller. It's fantastic bread. Like we know, it's all handmade, fresh that morning, and it's a big thing. It's the sourdough breads and the multi-seed loaves are so delicious, and it's so great to hear feedback about your products.
We'll come and taste.
Yeah, if you need to come. Beckenham's quite a quirky shop. People like to try, like, we bring out new products. My sister's really inventive with like the milkshake flavours and the unicorn drinks and the donuts, and she personalises it all, customises. So she's the brains, and she owns that. Yeah, so it's just, we love to be a fun brand, just something fun, something sort of bubbly, and if we can like
cheer people up,
add a bit of magic to their day with a donut, just do it. Cheap day every day.
And do you do anything for anyone who doesn't want so much sugar? So that's a really personal question. Do you?
There's some options.
Putting you on the spot. That's your future plan then, obviously.
We've got some options. Yeah, there's a lot of vegan options, gluten-free options. We try and sort of cater for everyone. So
what's the biggest thing that's changed since you got your investment? What's the biggest difference? So like you're so happy that you won with the investment that you got?
Having the Lord Sugar and his team, because you naturally then get the team of people who I've been quite reliant on, as in, because I don't always pick up the phone to Lord Sugar and rant and moan. It's actually this other guy who's just really great. I can just say, what's this and what's this and what's this and what's this? And it's good to have them sort of business brains as well. So I think that's really helped. The fact that I can now sort of plan, and all I need to do is find great locations. That's what's key for me now in the next stages, and then make them look lovely, like we say.
Yeah.
Like here
now. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I think it's, especially like I said, coming out of the pandemic, hopefully, fingers crossed. Your beautiful sort of design on your dough bakehouse will cheer people up with some energy and spirit. I think it's a really lovely brand that you've got going on.
And you've just that's what you've hit now. Yeah. That's what I say to my teams whenever I do a training night or anything. Just, if you haven't got any sort of energy and personality,
stay at home.
You're not the right for my brand.
Stay at home.
You just give to these, your customers, and treat everyone like they're really special.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. And then one more thing that we haven't hit on is actually you being a mother, which we do like to talk about on this show. How have you found that being a big motivation?
Oh, he's my sole motivation. He is like, when I think of his little face and how he's so supportive, and I bring him to like business meetings now, and throughout the pandemic we was doing his
school work at the shops.
I wish he'd come. He would have loved it. Next time. He sees me work, and I try. My biggest sort of challenge in myself was finding the balance of working full-time mum versus raising my son and doing fun things with him, and I think now I've found that balance. But I did struggle with it, and I think a lot of people do. I get a lot of messages on how do you manage it, and support from your family is such a big thing. I never used to want to, and not burden them, because it would never be a burden, but I don't like to ask. But now I sort of think, do need to ask.
I think that is one of the secret ingredients in most of the shows that I've done. On the Halimah show, I think the secret ingredients is having support from the family. That's been one thing that makes people such a success. And so what is the one lesson you would like to leave to your son with all of this?
I think
that really intense question.
No, it stems back to the believe in yourself, really. That's what I want him to, because he's getting a bit bigger now. He's 8, turning 9.
What does he want to do? Does he know yet?
He doesn't. He keeps changing his mind, but he's going through this phase of nerves, like reading out loud. And I think, just relax. I say to him, like, he's changed his hair, and he thinks people are going to laugh. I said, no, you do you. Whatever you want to do, I'm fully supportive, and I just try and instill this confidence in him.
So if you could look at the camera and actually tell everybody exactly the secret recipe that you think people should have to make it a success in their life.
I think I've touched on it, and I'll say it again, is believe in yourself. Like, whatever you want to do, your path, whether it's your career or financials or anything, and I put up a vision board, because I've got mine, and I've got to update it actually, because I haven't done since pandemic. But within this times, I suppose everything is a bit different. But really believe in yourself and just go for it. That would be my thing.
Go for it.
If you don't, you'll just regret it.
Yeah.
Just do what you want to do.
Thank you so much, Carina.
Thanks
and
for
again,
having
if you
me.
can let everyone know where they can find you.
Yep. So social media handles are Dough Bakehouse or Carina Lepore. The shops are in Herne Hill or Beckenham. If there's any other questions you've got, then DM me and I'm happy to answer. But yeah, that's me.
Thank you so much, Carina,
Thank
for being
you.
on my
Thank
show.
you
That
for
went
having me.
really quickly.
It goes so quick, doesn't it?
You answered everything I needed answering.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope you can come as a guest again.
I
We'll
will.
have a good chit chat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again. I hope you've all enjoyed this show. How inspirational. I love it. And I've got a feeling I'm going to put on more weight by visiting Dough Bakehouse. Please do join us again next week on the Halimah Show. Hit subscribe, don't just view and like our shows. Thank you. Bye-bye.